Hi, happy Thursday, happy early weekend. I hope you had a beautiful week. It's been really beautiful out here in the DMV and really pretty much all over the East Coast. So I really hope you had a chance to enjoy this beautiful weather because it has been, and it really does feel like it's summer all over again. Um, But today I wanted to talk briefly about the topic of focus and where it's at. And this is a topic that really came into my mind this week. And so I have a few questions for you in relation to this topic. How much time do you spend thinking about what you didn't do or should have done compared to focusing on where your strengths are at? How much time do you spend thinking about everything that you think is wrong with you? Do you take the time to think about the natural gifts that God has given to you? It's really important to spend time focusing on what and where you're good at. Don't spend time thinking about what you think is wrong with you. Focus on what's going on in you rather than what's going on around you. The more you focus on what's wrong with you, the bigger it's going to be in your life. And it's going to be even more challenging to get rid of. If you continue to focus on the mess, eventually you'll see how big of a mess that you can end up when you stay focused on that route. Focus on sticking to your natural God given gifts, your natural gifts that's implemented and inside you, because it's the one place that you feel complete in and where you're able to really give your all. If you think about it, it really makes no sense to be strong in areas that you know aren't really your strengths. Because when you're good at something, you're not just good at it, but you just genuinely and naturally enjoy it. And there's really no better place to be than that. You should never live up to other people's expectations of what they think you should do. You never want to be or want to do things that you know deep down you really don't enjoy, because you're missing out on all of the things that you like and that you're just naturally good at. I always believed that the only way to be happy in life is by following your heart. You can never live your life chasing someone else's dream. And I think that that is a mistake that a lot of parents make where they try to guide them in a way that doesn't really fit the child's needs, or they try to create the child into what maybe that they wanted to become once, as a kid. And so it's really important to always chase the one thing that you're destined to become. And the only way to do that is when you're focused on your path and your path alone. If you have questions or questioned how you need to improve areas of your focus, here are some ways that I feel will help you stay focused to your greatest potential. The first thing is to pray. Ask God to help guide you toward a focused mindset. And God is a great way for us to really stay focused, because if you know the Bible, if you really read the Bible, and if you really read God's message and a lot of his a lot of the stories that go on in the Bible, you'll understand that it's filled with purity, positivity, and so many different uplifting messages and guidance. Regain your focus. In the fast-paced world that we live in, it's not so difficult to stay off track and really lose our focus. But the great thing is that you can always get right back on track. And when you do, you'll be able to get even more clarity on your direction and your focus. If you keep wandering around distracted in a world that's already overwhelmingly distracted, then you're going to continue to keep trying each and every opportunity that comes your way. And this is what could lead you to end up feeling that you haven't really accomplished what's really meaningful and what's truly for you. Focus is what drives everything. It's what drives our thoughts, our emotions, and more importantly, our actions. If you don't focus on what's really important, just think about what happens to the quality of your life. Choose your thoughts carefully. When you vision the best, you carry out the best. And when you do that, you'll have a much happier, peaceful, and more optimistic outlook in life. Your thoughts are so powerful because they really determine what rests and stays in your mind. Focus on the good. You can start off by not focusing on what isn't working right, where you can be able to shift your mind toward that one thing in your life that is working with you and celebrate. Focus on that. There are all kinds of negative things that go on, as we know, in our world today. But there's also some really good things. Find that one good thing and focus on it. An example is going out to lunch with family or with friends. Focus on a positive discussion. Find positive things to focus and discuss on rather than discussing negative things that are happening in this world or in your lives. And it's not to say that we should just simply ignore all of those problems, but not to focus on them. Make fewer decisions at once. Take time when making decisions, one step at a time. The more decisions that you have, the more that your mind can easily be drained. And this can affect your ability to make high quality, life changing decisions. An example that I can give is browsing the internet. If you're browsing long enough, you may find yourself, and this has happened to me quite a few times, with so many different tabs open. As a researcher, when I research different uh, topics in relation to different market research and things of that nature that I'm working on, I'll have different tabs open at once. But if you're doing this, you can completely wipe out your focus and your willpower, because all of the tabs that you're focused on are taking up your brain activity. And when you stop browsing, you'll notice that you're focused on one thing at a time. All the information that comes from each browser, you have a decision to make. To pay attention or not to pay attention. And that decision is what's affecting your focus in the long run without you even realizing it. Avoid focusing on the when. Avoid saying things like, I'll be happy when the weekend starts. I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when I have children. I'll be happy when I have a new career. Just simply enjoy what you have and what you're working on, because that's what you need to be focused on. Focus on your health and well-being. Staying focused on regular exercise, a well-balanced diet, proper sleep is one of the greatest and most important areas that you can really focus your mind on, because your health is your greatest friend. What you focus on is what you become. Where you put your energy, your attention, that's where it all develops. Because we naturally follow where the mind goes. when you focus on just the negative, you can lose so much joy and optimism in your life. You might be experiencing challenges in areas that you created just by what you're focused on. And so I encourage you to take the time and think about where your focus is. Try writing it down in your notebook. And this is what's really helped me stay on track and stay focused on one thing at a time, because my mind is always thinking and always running. Sometimes I can focus on different things, but that's not healthy. And so try writing it down in your notebook. Make a list of your strengths, an overview of what you are truly good at. Because the truth is that there is more that's right with you than what's wrong with you. And the issue is that you aren't focused on what's right with you. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week. And